presenting Channeling Erik's Hour of Enlightenment.
Hello, everybody. How are you? We are here for lacking a medium. I think there's been a little bit of confusion, but hopefully we'll find one. Some misunderstanding there. Anyway, if I haven't checked my emails. Oh, gosh. Okay, so, but anyway, it's okay. We got Jamin Olivencia here, and he is going to speak to us about these difficult times we have right now. You know, he says that this is an opportunity for change. Maybe the greatest opportunity our generation, or any generation has had for that matter. And so he's going to guide us on how to, through this maze of stress and worry. Jamin Olivencia, take it away.
Hey, Lisa, what's up? What's up, Erik? And Jennifer will be popping on the show. Just a little heads up to you, Lisa. Check your text messages.
Okay,
and
good. Okay.
She's on right now. So what's up, Jennifer? When you come on, we'll say what's up. Yeah, these are some interesting times we find ourselves in. However, if we are always looking to continue to grow.
Jennifer. Hey, sorry. Oh, God.
Jennifer.
Raylene got confused. She didn't check her emails when I sent her the promo, so she got a little confused. Confused.
No worries.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt. Go for it.
No, you're good. You're good. Jennifer, what's up? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming on last minute. That's freaking cool. There's nothing like a good rush.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? It was unpredictable. We didn't know what kind of boat we were in. I think that's cool. See, that's how you – it's like always kind of just turning the dial another turn. Yeah. So, no, I've had some time. I think all of us have had a lot of time to just kind of sit around and do nothing and do something. And in that time, you get a lot of opportunities to think. And there's – depending on your mindset, some of us will look at this and say, the world's coming to an end. Some of us will look at this and say, hey, hang on a second, maybe there's an opportunity for me to grow. And I believe right now is the perfect time for us to grow. You know, so many of us are out of work, and this is very unfortunate, and I don't want to be insensitive to that. So I just want to focus on the opportunity here. And the opportunity is that we have more time than ever. The most precious thing to us is time. You know, when we go to work and we complain about wanting more time, now we got time. And it's about really looking at the circumstances with where you're at today. Not where you were yesterday and not where you're going to be tomorrow, but today. And what we have today is a lot of time. The question becomes, what do you want to do with it? The question becomes, how do you want to utilize it to better yourself? And I think that's a choice we have, and I think that's a great opportunity for us to explore.
Exactly. Hi, Erik. By the way, I love you.
Hello. He said I love you too. Ooh. Yeah. He and I are just settling in now.
Catch your breath, girl. That's so funny. All right. So yeah, go ahead. Tell us more, Jamin.
So who are you when you don't work? Who are you when you are stripped away from all the things you can do? Let's just say you're a performer. You can't perform. Now who are you when you're by yourself? You know, and I'm using performer as an example only because I think that's an extreme level of attention, and you know, I think about people. I have an empathy for these people, you know, who are used to being idolized, also used to being hated on, probably still happens either way. But there's a sense of connection that is lost, and I think that's what this is on some level creating. It's a loss of connection from a physical standpoint. But the opportunity of growth here, and what I really think is going to happen is most of us are going to come out of this actually having a deeper sense of appreciation for things. You know, even if it's as simple as going out to the movies or going out to eat, and the rat race. There's such a rat race going on. Before this all happened, everyone's trying to do a rat race. A rat race of maybe fame, a rat race of money, a rat race of striving to whatever it is. It's the spectrum is long and wide. So
so now we see this wall where we can't go forward anymore. So we have to sit in place and sort of reevaluate our life, day, our relationships, our fears, our hopes, etc. I mean, we can actually sit and reflect.
Absolutely. You know, when I was a kid, I lived down the street from an old man, and I used to just walk up and down the street as a kid, you know, and there was this old man right down the street. I don't remember what his age was, but he was an older gentleman, and he passed away a few years later. But he used to always say to me, hey, man, enjoy when you're young, because when you're older, you start to slow down, your bones start to hurt, things start to hurt, and all you have time to do is think. And the one thing you don't want to do is do all that thinking when you didn't complete something you wanted to do. And I have many regrets in my life where I wish I did things, but I didn't. And I don't know, I just learned something from that man. I wish I knew his name, but I just remember thinking about that and always telling my friends at a young age, saying, hey, man, we're all going to get old. One day we're just going to sit around and just think, and that could either be good or bad. Well, now everyone in the world has an opportunity where they can just think and sit and really get to know themselves, which is, by the way, one of the most uncomfortable things if you are not ready to see some aspects of yourself that you've been putting under the rug because of work, because of the rat race, because of I got to make it on time, because I got to, go to the gym, because I got to cook dinner for the kids. Now we have a lot more time. And I'm still I want to throw this into the conversation. I'm trying to really focus on what it is that I love about it, in the sense is that we get an opportunity to really get to know ourselves on such a deeper level, and it's self-awareness at its finest. It's self-awareness, forced self-awareness. And some of us are going to crumble in that, but most of us, I think, will end up flourishing if we are on the path of evolving.
Yeah, so some people would choose that, but some people won't. What do you tell the ones that don't choose that?
I would say then that's the game you want to play, then don't complain.
Oh.
If that's, well, isn't it so? I mean, isn't it so? So to the ones who are, I'll say this, to the ones right now who are really working at themselves and have been for years, and I don't want to talk like I know the thing, because I'm a human being. I'm a fucking man.
We don't want to compare. Everybody's on their own
path. Right. We're all
working.
We're all becoming better humans. So it's I don't want to get on this like teaching thing, but for me, what really strikes deeply to my heart is this idea to those who are working hard that keep going. And this is a great opportunity for you to look at your bullshit and become a better person. And if there's things that make you feel uncomfortable about yourself, then that's great. Look at that. Look at that and be honest with it and confront it, because now you have time to do that. And when you get out of this, and we will become so much stronger. We'll have a greater sense of empathy for others. I really believe this, because most of our judging and our complaining and our bitching is actually stuff that we are saying to ourselves. We just don't want to talk about it like that.
God,
and now to those who don't want to do that, I say that's fine too. Live your life.
Yeah.
Life is beautiful. Life is your creation. But you better don't complain when things seem harder, because it's not about things getting easier. Life is always going to be tough. It's always going to be a pain in your ass somewhere. So it's more of developing a mindset, a knowing deep down within that, hey, I'm just going to be the best I can today, and I'm going to try to evolve the best ways I can. And to, like I said, to those who say that's not possible, well, then you're fucking right too. But do not bitch when things get hard, because you already know there's another side to that.
Exactly. Of course, there will be some that will spend this, shelter-in-place time, like especially kids, I guess, doing video games and busying their minds with other things, binging on Netflix, etc. That's going to happen for sure. There's not going to be. I wonder how many people, what percentage of people, are actually going to sit and think, you know what? It's time for me to go within and reflect on things, my relationships, my job, my relationship with myself, my relationship to the collective, etc.
Yeah, there's no excuse. There's no like, oh, I got to work. I understand there's many people out there working. Yeah, but there's just another opportunity of growth. I think most of us always neglect certain things, and there's nothing wrong with that because that's part of the process and also surviving. But there's also this part where when you find yourself sitting around for several hours and you're like, okay, hold on a second, I got to do something. So for me, it's like painting. I enjoy to paint. I like creating paintings.
Oh, and you're so
just,
good.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. It's just me expressing myself. For me, that's like fun. That's like picking up an instrument. I mean, there's so many things we can do. You know, something I'm into right now is like kettlebell workouts in my house. Like just doing like simple things. It's not the gym, but I got to work with what I have. It's a video game. Like every single day is an opportunity to like conquer something, learn something. And if you don't do any of those things, maybe get into it. Like, you know, like I want to check out like throwing some mulch in the front of the house and like do things that like, you know, just things that are out of the norm for me. And that's an opportunity. I don't care. It's fun. It's like I think there's just so much growth.
I love it. My husband's so cheap, he won't pay people to do it, so I have to do it. So I have to order like 2.5 tons of mulch. And drag those bags to different places in my yard. Get a knife and make an H cut. Dump that shit there and get a mulch rake and spread it. So, and
you get a sense of accomplishment.
Yes, I love it. I love physical labor, but boy, my body doesn't. I'm full of bruises. Oh my God! After that, so. Anyway, but wow. So what are some other things people can do? And Erik, if you want to chime in ever, that's fine, or we can just wait until after Jamin's finished and get to 2 cents. Learn how to meditate, learn how to ask for crap. There's so many things that we can do that we don't do when we're busy working. Painting.
Anything you are interested in. Anything you are interested in. There's no limits to this. There's no freaking limits to this. Like, I don't even, like, it's just there's such, like, there's a lot of stuff that you can create out of this for yourself. Go outside, fucking sit in the front yard. Sit cross-legged in the front yard. Look at the sun for 20 minutes. Look at the moon. Last night there was a nice full moon, man. Like, if you believe in spirituality and you believe in growing, and, you know, the moon's very powerful. Like, don't be afraid to talk to it. Don't be afraid to get to know it. Like, you'll watch people's sense of vision is going to end up popping from this whole entire experience. People are going to look at the grass a little differently. They're going to look at a tree differently. I'm calling it right now. Watch it. They will either choose to, or it'll just happen because of the circumstances, because we're forced to be more present, aren't we? Because we don't have time to go to work anymore. We don't have time to do this. We don't have time to do that. It's eliminating a lot of the norm for us, but also creating a wealth of growth if you choose to look at it.
Yes.
And that's just that's how I think today. You know, I understand tomorrow I might feel a little bit differently, but for the most part, I see a lot of opportunity.
I do too, and you know, I think that there's an opportunity to take time to feel inside, to intuit, but there's also an opportunity to, like you say, go outdoors and feel the bark on the tree. I mean, use our senses. We're kind of out of touch, even with the sense of touch. You know, how things feel, how things look, how they make you. What emotions they evoke. So, go to a park if it's allowed in your state, and just, like, get in touch with Gaia, with nature. Also get in touch with people that you haven't gotten in touch with, or maybe you think that the relationship could be deeper. You can FaceTime, you know, WhatsApp, whatever.
Yeah, here's something. This is just how Jamin thinks. So I mean, maybe there might be a lot to disagree, but I think just going outside, taking off your shoes, and walking around the block barefooted, like connect to the earth, like take time to feel the warmth of the ground or the way the sun feels, or even if it's a little chilly out, like feel it, because this is the relationship with the earth. I mean, how do we know that all this is not a manifestation of the earth reacting to us? and the way we are and the way we pollute, and maybe less pollution will happen now. Who knows, right? I don't know. We're just talking. But the Earth is a very intelligent, to understand deeply that not only are we intelligent as beings, but the Earth is one life force too, and this has an intelligence that I believe is greater than all of it. So it's an interesting. Maybe not even greater, but just it's strong, it's powerful, and it knows.
Very.
And who knows? So we can look at this so many ways, and I think it could be. It's not I feel tongue twisted here because I also understand on the other end many people are suffering because of this too.
I know.
And ones that are maybe not as fortunate than us in certain other ways, and I really, my heart really goes out to them. In fact, if right now collectively all of us can just I'm just gonna maybe give us 5 seconds just to think about them, to just maybe
send them
put
love
some good
and light.
energy and thoughts their way. Yeah. So I'm just gonna give me 5 seconds here.
Okay.
Yeah, so the lessons are around us, and these sufferings around us too, and that could give us a deeper sense of gratitude too. Some people are not sure how they're going to, pay their apartment.
I know. I wanted to talk about that. Yeah. What did they do?
Yeah,
I mean, it's okay, walking around barefoot in the grass is one thing, but I might get evicted. I don't know how to put food on the table until those checks come my way. And some people get paid, cash. Like a lot of the housekeepers, etc. They've never filed a tax return. They're not getting any help. What do they do? So. What do you tell the people that really have real and very practical financial problems because of all this?
You can only tell them so much, but because we're not in it, I can't comment too much. But I'll say this: I'm going to thank them for their tenacity, because they will get through it. That's something I do believe. Will it be? Will they come out clean though? That I don't know, and that's where I always, it's like living in a part of a jungle where there's more lions and tigers, and you feel for the some of the animals that are not going to get by. You know what I mean? It's like
I know.
You really, for me, it's a I just thank them for their tenacity, and I know they're going to be okay, and that's what I could say to them. That's something I do know in my heart, that this will, whether you're on the spectrum of just surviving or you're on the spectrum of now facing your own ego, the amount of stress that's coming from this whole thing for people is probably the same in a lot of different ways, and once again, that's why the opportunity to grow in it and to survive in your own way will create many good stories. And the people who are at the very bottom of it and just scraping by and they do it, those people are the ones, they're going to have the knowledge, they're going to have better wisdom, they're going to become better people. And so I want to remind them that they are definitely thought about in this whole entire process. And I wish I had all the fucking money in the world to give you guys to release some type of fucking stress. I really, that's something that but in the meantime, I'll do it in my mind and in my spirit. So
yeah. Okay. So we've talked about what people who are, who are not struggling so much financially, what opportunities there are. Well, what about the people who are struggling financially? Are there opportunities for them to consider?
Yeah, I think the ones who were struggling financially to begin with was because of maybe they have a better, I don't know much about finances, but I know about my own finances and my experiences. And anytime I didn't really have money per se was really because I was spending like an idiot. There are ways, and I think this is where this is going to help them in certain ways. And by the way, I don't want to assume that everyone's not managing their money right. So this is not a thing to that. This is not a thing to that. This is more a comment about this is an opportunity for you to look at how you're spending too, and look at, now you can't go out to eat, 2 times a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, but you also save, I don't know how much you spend on a meal, $8, you know what I mean? You'll save yourself $50 by the end of the week. Now, there's ways when they start getting money, and hopefully, once again, unemployment, and it's hard for me to speak about this, but once again, like, I don't want to get on a fucking soapbox and talk about these people who are suffering that I don't really know their circumstance, but I will say this to them, is that they have a tremendous opportunity to grow from this, and they will find it. And if you are one of those people that are listening right now, I don't really have an answer other than I would say that you have the opportunity to grow from this, because anything that life is presenting in front of you, good or bad, is for you. It's not like it's going to be designed to be put in front of you and then taken away from you from amusement's sake. Like, God, I don't think the universe or God works like that. I really don't. I really believe there's a system for everybody that is so unique, that is so for their path, and that's why it works out for them in many different ways. And what that thing is, it's not my job to tell you, but my job here is to remind you as an empowerment artist that you can at any point can choose your state of being. And in these hard times, you can choose your state of being to be frustrated and upset, but I will say use it then. Use it to survive. Whatever, if it's good, use it to survive. If it's bad, use it to survive. But make sure you're not hurting anyone around you, and you're only empowering yourself to get better.
Yes. And, of course, this could be for some people, a time to reflect on career choice if they need to change their career path, et cetera. So, what about the collective? I'm sure there's going to be changes, opportunities for change for the entire collective, too, to be more self-reliant, for example, or whatever. What do you think?
I'm gonna jump in because Erik is
jumping at the bit. Is
he? Say here. Yes, he is. So he said I needed to give her time to collect herself, but now we're good. We're going.
Good.
So he's talking about me. So what he's saying is that for the first time really ever, there is an opportunity for the collective, for the globe, to learn about control. And how control is really a mirage, basically.
Yes. It's an illusion. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Erik, what do you say to people who are struggling financially, the kind of opportunities that might fall at their feet or that they can reach out for?
Yeah, well, there's going to be, and he's speaking kind of more in the United States, North America type of area, because other parts of the world will be different, but he says you're going to find that there's going to be more like group support. He said you may find more people starting to live together with people that maybe aren't their, like, husband, wife, partner, you know what I'm saying? Like more, like they used to do. What he's showing me is back in, I don't even know when this is, but I've seen it on like TV shows, like in the 1800s, when people used to like live in hotel type situations where they had a room and then there was like a common kitchen, and it was much less expensive. He said you're going to see some of that kind of stuff coming back in. I guess sort of you're seeing it a little bit with the, when people can rent out a certain room in their house, the Airbnbs, people can live in them. He said you're going to find a lot more of that type of community stuff happening in the areas, especially where maybe finances are a little tighter.
Yeah, and of course the kids are going to be coming back home, clear out the basement. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Well, not, but and maybe
not really.
More multi-generation, generational cohabitation, like which I kind of think is cool, like they do in some countries where the grandparents live with the other primary family, and they're very often anyway a very good influence. They've got so many years of experience and wisdom to impart to the younger generation in the household. So yeah,
and it's what Erik is saying is it's just going to take time to figure out There are, again, at least in North America, there are services still for people with food, and nobody really understands what's going on right now. People aren't being evicted. It's, that's off the table right now. At least it should be, unless there's some shady stuff going on. So people aren't going to, get kicked out for not paying their rent, and you're going to see a lot of that kind of stuff being forgiven, where, like, after this is all done, they can't evict based on what happened during this time period either.
Right.
So there is going to be stuff that gets kind of enacted in the laws and stuff that's going to kind of smooth all this stuff over.
Thank God.
And really what he's saying is, no matter where you are on the financial ladder, he said, worrying about it or stressing about it doesn't change anything. We do not have control here. We don't have control over what's happening, when the work's going to come back. We have to ride this out.
Yeah. Don't be afraid, people.
Worrying is just going to make you sick.
Fear. Yeah, exactly. Worrying and fear is only going to make you miserable, and it's not going to change anything. All right.
And think what that really does to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I think what it really does to you when you worry and fear so much, it lowers your immune system, which makes you more susceptible to that stuff. So isn't that, it's an energetic game here. So
yeah.
I'll shut up now, but yeah.
I'm kind of worried that this is just from the medical standpoint, that everybody's saying that this causes adult respiratory stress syndrome, ARDS. And so with that, the ventilator settings have to be high PEEP, high positive in expiratory pressure. And if it's not ARDS, then that will damage the lungs. And there is some evidence that really it's not ARDS in coronavirus, that it's actually HAPE, high altitude. It's kind of like HAPE, high altitude pulmonary edema. It's like you've been dropped off at the top of Mount Everest all of a sudden, So in that case, you cannot do high PEEP. Anyway, I've sent it to everybody, surgeons general, and all that stuff. We'll see what happens. All right, so anything else you, Jamin, Jennifer, or Erik want to say before we take callers?
No.
Just keep going, everyone, and I'm proud of you. We're all doing the best we can.
Exactly. So, before I forget, JaminOlivencia.com. You guys check him out. He has really mentored and helped so many people I know, including my own son, Lucas. All right, so, well, go ahead and take callers. Let's take, who's first here? Take somebody from the 807 area code. Hi there, how are you?
Hi there. How's everybody?
Hey, who are we talking to?
Okay.
First name.
Okay.
And where are you calling from?
So my name's Nick. I'm calling from Ontario, Canada.
Oh, hey, that's where Michelle Gray lives, I think, right? So cool. She's so sweet. What you got for us, Nick?
Yeah.
So my question for Erik was, I just wanted to find out, I had some kind of spiritual experience that happened to me a few years ago. It happened around August 4th, 2017. And I just wanted to have clarity about what was this experience that I had and how is this related to my purpose.
Can you tell, you need to know a little bit about it?
Yeah,
He's
sure.
telling me it was sort of out of body. Was this like an out of body experience?
Not really. It was, so let me start by saying that night that I went to bed, I remember praying, and I said, God, use me to do good in the world. And it was around like 3 o'clock in the morning. There was actually some kind of like energy or something that entered my body. And I experienced these weird symptoms that lasted for 2 years. And it was like things like seeing double digits like 30 to 40 times a day. Or there were things like feeling this like magnet pull to like different religious objects or people. Sometimes even trees and plants, I would feel it as well. And cool. I would get like head nods, like involuntary head nods would happen to me as well. And
what do you mean?
tried to search.
Nick, what do you mean?
So for example, like sometimes when I would pray or ask a question, my head would nod like yes or no. I'd get that.
Got it.
That would happen to me. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And I would feel like heat signatures. Sometimes I'd feel like something was there, like you'd feel a warmth enter the room and then leave. Sometimes while I was sleeping, I'd feel that as well. And so it lasted for a long time, and it's this. I still have it today, where there's like some kind of energy that runs through my head. It comes out through my hands and through the bottom of my feet, and I have no idea what it is.
Wow, maybe you are
Kind of a lot.
partially who knows? But go ahead,
Sorry to
Erik,
lay all that on you, but
No, it's good. This is fascinating.
It's I understand why Erik was saying out of body to me, though, because you were kind of having an energy come in and kind of take over your body a little bit.
Oh.
It's what the nodding of your head. It's not like a walk-in for any of you who are familiar with walk-ins. It's not the same as that because, you know, you were still there and you still had some control. But it was like the spiritual connection. You're probably, if you've ever tried to do any healing work, you're probably an incredibly good healer. Have you ever done any healing work or laid hands on anybody or anything?
I don't think so. No. My hands
Maybe you should.
Yeah, they're just in my pocket, not on anybody.
Oh. Are you familiar with Reiki?
Yeah, I know what it is. Yeah.
Okay. What you're describing to me, Erik says, is like healing energy. There's healing energy there, but you would be working with spirits on the other side to do this. So it's something that you should maybe consider looking into.
Okay, just a quick question with that then. Does that, because I feel I've been gifted in other ways, like in maybe healing through maybe writing and other things that I do. Do you think that intertwines somehow with my purpose in life? Because I can't figure out what my purpose is. And I think that's why I'm so confused, because this happened to me, and it lasted for 2 years. Like all these symptoms,
it's got to be related.
constant pulls. Yeah, it was constant pulls.
It's absolutely related.
Nick,
yeah, do you know why
contact
it
me.
so long?
Contact me, Nick. I want to talk to you after this.
Yeah,
so I just want to say that.
Jamin can shed some light on what's going on here. With with some of the experiences and the out of body stuff that you're talking about. I feel
He's already there. He just
astral traveling.
He's just questioning it. He's just questioning it. He's already there. He's just questioning it. And so we're gonna have a conversation about that.
Jamin has experienced the same kind of stuff. So
I know all the things, the head nods, the fucking I know the tendencies, the rush of energy. Like I get it, dude.
Yeah.
Like I already know. Like I just want to have a conversation with you about it. We don't have to, but I'm just throwing that your way. Find me after this and we'll link up, dude.
It's pretty cool because it's no coincidence that Jamin,
I think it's cool, but I also think it's a little bit scary because for me, I was very unfamiliar with all of this, especially in a lot of the conditioning that I had grown up with. So through religion and different things.
Yeah.
So I think it's confusing how it relates to what I'm meant to do in life. I think that's why my head constantly is like spinning. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, how do I make money in life? And,
Yes, and
I'm like, am I just,
the spirit,
where do I lay my hands? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the spirit world, they work in kind of mysterious ways, and oftentimes we're sort of given stuff that is confusing to us and does sort of like upset us a bit because we need to research it. We need to find out. We need to, if it just happened like, oh, that was cool and we moved on, well, we wouldn't be maybe heading in the right direction. So sometimes it does need to upset the cart, so to speak, so that we continue to ponder it and search for it and what the heck is happening here. So that's actually a really common thing that happens. Like for me, for instance, one of the first really big, times I connected to somebody, I was probably like 18 years old and I was doing a massage and I got all this information and I'm like, what the hell is happening? And it was so profound for me that I was like, okay, wait, something's going on here and I need to figure out what it is. But had it not done that to me, I would have just gone on about my day and I would not have been guided to the area I was supposed to be. Does that make sense? It's a journey. You can't have all the answers right up front, is what Erik said.
Yeah.
Well, I think maybe Nick, you should get in touch with Jennifer too. I think this it's your life.
Well, I think that it could help. It could definitely help a lot of people because I know even the double digits, a lot of people, like if you search the internet, people describe that experience. And I was seeing it like 40 times a day where I thought I was going crazy. I was like, why am I seeing these numbers like 24/7? And I'd look up like Doreen Virtue in different books and try to understand the meaning behind them. And it just, it kind of didn't really make sense to me. I'm like, I don't understand, what is all this? You know, so I think it just.
Talk to Erik. Talk to Erik through Jennifer too. And all right. Thank you, Nick, for calling in. So you got two people to get in touch with. We'll figure this out.
Okay, yeah, I'll reach out to you guys. Okay, thank you.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's so fascinating. Oh, I think he's a big light worker.
Oh,
you know?
Absolutely.
God, I mean, he is meant to do big things. You hear that, Nick? You're meant to do big things. Wow. I wonder why it stopped after 2 years. You know? Because
you started questioning it.
Is that it?
Yeah, well, it's still there. It's still there. It hasn't stopped.
Okay,
it's just how that kind of stuff works. You know, it's like it's so front and center sometimes, and then it kind of takes a back seat. You know, we're still living our human lives down here, so if other stuff gets in the way, it takes a back seat.
Oh, it's fascinating. I cannot wait to see what becomes of Nick and his journey. I really can't. I mean, it's going to be awesome. Nick, if you hear me, you call back in and keep us posted. Okay, so we're going to go to the next, who is a person in the 203 area code. Hi there.
Hi. How are you?
Good. What's your first name and where are you calling from?
My name is Pat.
Pat. Hi, Pat.
Hi, calling from Connecticut.
Oh, beautiful state.
Wondering if Jamie could speak on my health. Am I on the right track? Do I need any information? It's both mental and physical.
Mhm.
I think she was directing that at Jamin, right?
I'm sorry?
Did she say Jamin?
I'm sorry?
Did you say Jamin or Erik?
Oh, I'm sorry, Erik.
Okay, and Jamin can jump on whenever. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Erik?
I definitely heard Jamin. I heard Jamin up front there.
Yes,
I was like,
me too, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so right away, Erik is kind of putting the mental health stuff front and center for me, okay?
Yeah.
So have you slipped into quite a depression?
It's hard to hear you. You did say depression. Yes, I'm struggling with depression and trying to do it naturally with herbs. I've gotten myself off medication pretty much slowly with the doctor, so I don't want to do more medication.
Yeah.
Okay. So what Erik is saying about that is it's fine if you want to try and do it the all-natural way, but you haven't found the right recipe yet, okay?
I have what?
So you have not found the right
recipe.
Combination.
Right.
Yes.
So he's saying you need more. I don't know the name of the all-natural stuff, but we're not doing enough all-natural stuff to combat this. So are you considering adding any supplements or vitamins or something to help with the depression?
No, I just started on some really good supplements that I originally used for depression and stuff, but it's also really good health-wise too. So I'm doing those. I've been on them for about a month. I'm doing mimosa tincture right now for depression. This gentleman also has something that's rose, but he's out of stock, and he's not investing until he helps people with the virus right now. So that's on back order.
You can try adding that. What Erik's saying, whatever you're doing isn't enough. And I don't know, he keeps saying magnesium. How are your magnesium levels? And Elisa, maybe does low magnesium cause depression or contribute?
Yeah, and low zinc. There's so many things. You might want to get in touch with Dr. D, Maria Johnson, the medical astrologist, because she just did my medical chart. And she, just nailed it. And then she's like, here's what you need: sublingual, B6, inositol,
Yeah.
choline. She gets a complete prescriptive of your needs,
Mhm.
and she doesn't have any extra grind because she doesn't sell this stuff. But anyway, she recommends a special, depending on the person, what kind, detox twice a year, and then this immunotherapy tincture, and then these prescriptives that depend on your astrological chart. It's
Yeah,
really
this
fast.
is an excellent idea.
Yeah. So
I'm on such a limited income. I can't really, do something like that.
okay, well,
I wish I
just
could.
contact her because she's so sweet and giving and loving. Okay. In case you're wasting all what money you have on things that are not
Right.
working. So
Yeah.
just write this down.
Okay.
She's real sweet. She might do everything for free. I don't know. GeoForce, GEO, and then the word force, like, FORCE, at Zoho.com. ZOHO.com. And let's see
Okay.
what she said. Okay? And yeah,
Okay.
keep in touch. And, Erik, could this be something related to another life?
Actually, he says no. This is connected right to this one.
Okay, got it. All right.
Someone recommended St. John's Wort. I've not had a good feeling about that, but since it was recommended,
Nope. Erik says no. You have to be very, very careful with that. He says no.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, he jumped right in and was like, no. I don't know what that's about, but he's very adamant no to that.
Okay,
Can
well,
I ask
good. You have intuition. But listen, we're going to go to the next caller. But
thank you.
Wait. Keep in touch with me and tell Maria, Dr. DEE, Dr. D, that I sent you. Okay, and we'll see what happens.
Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless.
That's sweetie. God bless you. Yeah, she's that's cool. This medical astrology stuff.
Yeah. I'm
It's
going to check it out myself.
Connect with, she's going to connect with Pamela Erilyn. I forgot. Okay, we got somebody from the 561 area code. Hey there, what's up?
Hey guys, thank you so much everyone for doing this. This is great.
Sure, we're glad to have you.
Yes, thank you, Elisa.
Sure.
I don't want to turn anything negative, but my question was,
there's no
do we
such
know
thing as negative. Wait, what's your first name and where are you from? Sorry.
Martha, Florida.
Martha from Florida. Yeah, I recognize your voice, huh?
Oh my God, you're so funny. I wanted to ask for Erik, does he know who the Antichrist is, and when is he coming? Where is he?
Bum, bum, bum.
And the mark of the beast. What is the mark of the beast?
That's a good question.
Okay, so what he says about the Antichrist is that it's not really necessarily a being. Like, it's not like, oh, this is the Antichrist, and then we can get a picture of the Antichrist. It's more subtle than that. It's like an energy that works.
Negative energy, right?
Yes, it's a collective energy. Yes,
it's the negative part of us. My God,
yes.
I just channeled this with somebody else that it's not an entity. It is the I don't want to say worst of us because but it's the negative part of us.
The darkest
yes,
of us. Yes,
the darker part of us. Exactly. What's the mark of the beast then? It's just made up.
It's just sort of like a folklore sort of thing. It's not. It doesn't really mean that you've been marked by a beast or anything. So it's like, yes, more folklore than anything.
I think it's really weird.
And not something to be concerned about.
I think it's very concerning. I mean, my great uncle was Cardinal of Spain, but I was watching some YouTube a series called Fall Cabal, Deep State, And they were showing that in the Vatican, in parts of the Vatican, there's all these weird reptilians and creepy stuff. Plus, guess what they named their telescope in the Vatican? Lucifer. I don't understand that, man. And also the Pope very often does the sign of the devil. So, what's that all about? It's creepy. I was raised Catholic.
That is stuff that's been twisted, and I apologize, but this is what he's showing me. The swastika used to be a sign owned by, sorry, my throat. The Buddhist. It was a Buddhist symbol.
What? Really?
Yes. And so it's something like that where stuff is taken and twisted and used. Ron, I apologize if I got that history mixed up. Somebody I'm sure will correct me. But the swastika used to be a sign of peace before.
Oh, interesting.
Yep.
Wow.
So I don't know what happened to my throat. I can barely talk. So
the Antichrist is stroking you.
Yeah,
that's what
right.
it is.
Yeah, that's what Erik is like joking. Yeah. So some of the stuff that you were just talking about, Elisa, is stuff that's been
twisted. Yeah.
Twisted, demonized. Yes, that was not initially the intent.
Okay. All right. Thanks for calling in, Martha.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
And that thing is coming out pretty soon, my YouTube on the Deep State. So y'all hit the notification bell on my YouTube channel. All righto. Okay, come on. React cursor. We've got somebody now from the 865 area code. Hi there, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. This is Beth from Tennessee.
Hey, Beth, what's up?
How are you guys?
Good. What's up with you?
Good.
Not much. I just wanted to. I know I talked before about my dad passed about a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I was curious if he remembered the deal we made, and maybe when he's going to contact me, or if he had any messages.
Yes, of course he would remember the deal that you.
Okay, I'm sorry. What's his first name, Beth? Again?
Dennis.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Dennis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he remembers the deal that you made. Whether or not he's going to tell me is another thing. But yes, he does remember the deal that you made. He says he will get in touch with you, and you will know he has. Like, he's not subtle. Was he not subtle here either?
No, he wasn't.
Okay, so he says you don't have to worry about missing the sign because it will not be subtle. He does show me he'll come in a dream, but man, did he have like a startling voice or something? Could he be loud?
Like booming or?
Yeah. There's like some volume in his voice. Yeah. So you're not going to miss the sign when he comes. He's good. He just hasn't come yet. Like he's around, but he hasn't done whatever this is he's going to do. And I actually do feel as though it may be while you're sleeping. So this may be a dream that he shows up in. And he loves you, and he's sorry, but he says he had to go. I had to go.
All right. Thanks for calling. Go ahead. And Martha, stay on the line because I want to ask Jamin something about you, Martha, on the 561 area code. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's kind of funny. Like it's just like whenever this happens, whenever he shows up to you, it's not going to be something that you're going to miss. It's going to be pretty big. You know, a lot of times the other side is very, very subtle with what they do, and this is not going to be the case with him. So don't worry about that because you won't miss it.
Yeah, just don't have any expectations. Just wait.
That was the deal that we made. That he would. I would know it was him, and if I had died first, that he would know it was me.
Yeah, no, I have no doubt you're going to know it's him when it happens.
Beth, let me know
awesome.
when it happens, okay? Because it will.
I will. Has Erik met him?
Oh, yeah. Well,
I told him about Erik, and he said it was bullshit.
Really? Nope.
When he was alive?
Yeah.
Well, now he feels differently, doesn't he? That's what my father said,
absolutely.
too. And when my father crossed over, I told the hospice people, put him out of his misery and my misery. Give him some IV Versed or Ativan. And they did. And he died, of course, because of, respiratory arrest. And then my mother is hovering over him saying, take my hands, Jose, let's go. And he's like, I'm hallucinating. But then he saw Erik and said, well, I must not be hallucinating because why would I even bother thinking about Erik? It's so messed up.
See,
anyway,
I told him that. And that's awesome. Thank you so much.
You bet. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Martha, I need to go back to you because I don't know why. Maybe I channeled it, but I think you need to hear something from Jamin, too. Jamin, she's suffering from this depression. She's trying different natural things. Is there anything else that you can help her with?
I'm not I'm not too educated on diet, but here's what I do know from a vibrational standpoint. My big question to her was, I guess, I'm talking before. I was thinking of two things, and the one thing my question to her was, what's your diet? And then because I know that can affect the way we feel, and even if you're taking supplements and stuff, I can tell when I'm eating, I really can tell when I'm eating vegetable diet with some meat and some carbs and throughout the week, very clean stuff, that my attitude and the way I think it feels great. But then when I eat like anything fried or from the microwave or anything with high sodium, sugar, I actually crash and I feel tired. And so I'm not quite sure the logistics of it, but here's what I will say. One big thing for everybody that's listening, I highly, highly fucking recommend you eat blueberries once a day, and if you can, maybe even 2 cloves of garlic. I just highly recommend it. It raises your vibration. It will help you see, for me, it helps me see what's in front of me even more. I see things differently. I'm coming from a more energetic state of mind. I just highly recommend it. Fucking highly recommend it.
You eat 2 cloves of garlic, and you're gonna push away all the assholes in your life. It's like, oh my god.
yeah. I just highly recommend it. I highly recommend it.
Emerald, like. And kick it up a notch with the garlic. I love garlic. All right, that's interesting. So anyway, Martha, just look at your diet and make sure that you're not eating a bunch of processed, refined sugars, processed foods, carbohydrates to a minimum. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you Google, diet for depression. I probably need to do that too because I'm on Effexor and I like to get off that shit. All right, so TMI, as my kids would say. All right, so we got somebody from the 717 area code. 717 area code. Hi there, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Hi, what's your first name?
Cameo, and I'm in Pennsylvania.
Cameo, Cameo?
Yes, Cameo Morris.
Oh my God, that is beautiful. I have never heard that name before. That's
me
awesome.
neither.
That's so cool.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, okay. So, tell us.
I've called in when with the not called in. I'm sorry, with the chat with Pamela and you. He passed away and had asked a few questions, and then I had gotten through again and had asked another question about if my husband was with my triplet that passed away. I had very many deaths in my time in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
And
I'm so
I
sorry.
was wondering, and when my husband passed, he was alone. And I was wondering if Erik could bring him through, and if Erik could tell me who left me the white feather out my front door. If it was my mom or if it was him, because it wasn't there when my son left, and it was there when I opened the door again. It was there like 20 minutes later.
Yeah, it was your husband. What's your husband's first name?
Kurt.
Okay. So
Curtis.
he claims to have left a feather for you, and he says while he was alone when he passed, he was not alone. Okay. So he had help from the spirit world. So he was not afraid. He was not suffering or fearful or anything. And he is absolutely fine. And yes, he is. With the triplets, were they lost in utero, or did you have another miscarriage?
Now, I miscarried when I was about 5 months because of complications I had from a different birth.
Okay. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I was picking up on the right energy, and there wasn't another one coming in. So yes, they are all together. They watch over you, and he says you have had so much loss in your life, but most of your loss is already behind you, is what he says.
God, how about me?
Yeah.
I want to behind me too.
Well,
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
My dad has stage 4 cancer. He's 84, and he's not doing anything else about it. And I was wondering if I'm going to have to lose him soon.
Well, that is something that I personally have a block for. I never like to know how long anybody's got here. But you know the answer to that.
Yeah, but it's okay because really we're trying to get so many people on to ask Erik questions. So it's usually just one question per person. So I hope it's okay with you, Cameo. But thank you for calling in. Thank you, darling. All right, so we got somebody from the 773 area code. Hey, what's up?
Hey, hello everybody. Hi.
Hey, what's up? Who is this?
Teresa from Chicago, Illinois. I ain't talked to you in a month or two. I'm the one that talked to the tree sometime.
Oh, yeah,
How you doing?
What
Hi,
you doing, Teresa?
Well, I live in Chicago, Illinois, and it's just something else here. I don't know. Should I stay here or go to Minnesota with my daughter? Anyhow, I have a question for Erik.
Kidding.
Everything's better. All right. I have a question for Erik in regards with my health issue. I'm living with lupus, and I'm not in a panic mode. I'm more calm because I meditate more so now, but I do have someone that I take care of in the nursing home. I was going in every other day, but now I go once a week, and I don't know if I should go in at all now since what's going on. I just want to know.
No. Look, Teresa. Maybe I told you this before. You need to take low-dose naltrexone for your lupus. You can get off all your other drugs probably if you take this.
Yeah.
Because it normalizes your immune system. It doesn't suppress it. So that's super important. Okay, guys, I got to go because I'm so sad because I got somebody from the 210 area code, and I know that's from Texas, but I can't get to you. So 210 area code, email me, and I'm going to get you on next time. I swear to God. So you guys, you can get in touch with Jennifer, of course, at psychicmediumjenniferdoran.com. 90 seconds. And Jamin Olivencia at jaminolivencia.com. I will make this into a YouTube, and I will put this at the end of that YouTube. So thank you guys for listening. I love you, Erik. I love you, Jamin and Jennifer.
Love you.
Thanks so much for being the light workers you are. Nick, light worker out there, go kill him, dude. You're on a special path. All right, so 210 area code. Talk to me. All right, bye guys. And 210 area code. It's emednews@gmail.com. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.